Okay, Objective 5, Level 2 is identifying a graph of a linear inequality on a number line. So we talked a little bit about this last objective, but what these inequalities mean here, this means greater than, or more than, and don't forget the word is. The second one means is less than, or is fewer than. This one could mean is greater than or equal to, or is at least. And the last one here is going to be is less than or equal to, or is at most. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at number 2, write the inequality to represent all possible values of x. Write the variable on the left-hand side. This just helps keep it organized if you write the variable on the left-hand side. So let's look at the first one. And you've got an open circle on 3. Just write a reminder, when you have an open circle, that's going to be either less than or greater than. And if you have a closed circle or filled-in circle, that's either going to be less than or equal to or greater than or equal to because it includes that number. So for number 2, I'm going to start with x. And since it's an open circle, I know it's either going to be less than or greater than. And since this arrow shades over numbers that are smaller than 3, x is going to be less than 3. For number 2, it's got a closed circle, so I know it's either going to be less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. And again, start with x, and the arrow shades over numbers that are smaller than -1, so x is going to be less than or equal to -1. And number 3, again, it's closed, so it's either going to be greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. And since the numbers are bigger than 3, x is going to be greater than or equal to 3. Number 3, so now we're going to take these graphs, inequalities, and now graph them. So for letter A, you've got x is greater than 0 or equal to. So I know that it's going to be a closed circle because it's a equal to. So I'm going to put a closed circle on 0 and shade where numbers are bigger than 0. So the arrows are going to point over the numbers that are greater than 0. For letter B, I'm going to flip this, so x is on the left-hand side, which means I got to flip the inequality sign too, so it's still pointing towards x. So this is going to be an open circle, since it's not equal to, it's just an open circle on 2, and it says x is less than. So I want to shade where the numbers are smaller than 2, which is to the left. Is solving and then creating a solution. So in number 4, it's the same solving as you would an equation. So if you can imagine -6 plus n over 2 is equal to -5, we're going to solve the same way that we would a normal equation. So let's go ahead and add 6 to both sides. Got n over 2. I'm going to change the equal sign back to the inequality sign. But again, it's the same process as you would solving an equation. So now I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 to clear the fraction. I'm going to have n is less than or equal to 2. So now I'm going to go to my graph. Since it's equal to and less than +2, it's going to be a closed circle on 2. And then it's less than, so I'm going to shade where the numbers are smaller than 2. Now the last part of level 2 is saying I'll circle all numbers from the set below that are solutions to the inequality in number 4. So we ask ourselves, is 0 less than or equal to 2? Yes, it is. Is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes, it's equal to. So that's still part of a solution. Is 2.1 less than or equal to? No, it's greater than. 1.99 is smaller. Negative 100 is definitely smaller. 0.02 is smaller. 150 is not. So the ones that are solutions are 0, 2, 1.99, negative 100, and 0.02. Notice all of those numbers are included in the shaded region up above in number 4.